We have tried in the past during our travels to find a way to volunteer. Maybe it was the language barrier, or perhaps we didn't try hard enough, but we were never able to find somewhere to serve. When we arrived in Guatemala, I felt the nudge to try again. And after messaging about 5 to 6 organizations, one finally got back to me saying that they had an event coming up we could serve at. This nonprofit is called Pan De Vida, Bread of Life. Let us know in the comments of other wonderful organizations where you can volunteer. Let's get serving.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Mi nombre es Carlos Galindo, fundador y presidente de Proyecto Pan de Vida aquí en Guatemala. Queremos invitarte a que puedas conocer más acerca de nosotros.
We've been here for about 45 minutes. Carlos was awesome enough to come pick us up from Antigua, and so we just started helping. They got donations of piñatas and gifts, and they're gonna start letting the kids come in now. But while we've been setting up and helping prepare, he's just been sharing about the mission and how he started and all the donations that he's been getting, and just sharing his heart about the families here in the city. And very, very humble guy, and just constantly saying that God's been providing. When even during the pandemic, when he thought that we were going to close in 2020, they ended up giving 22 tons of food to family. And each time he thinks he doesn't have food, he just puts out a plea on Facebook or wherever, and a whole bunch of donations start flooding in. Today is the Day of Children, and he's kind of extending it for a few days, but he's starting today in Alotenango, where we are. And usually he feeds families and children, but because it's Day of Children, it's just children today. So he gave out 200 tickets, so we're expecting 200 kids. They're gonna be fed, they're gonna be playing games. I think he said he has a friend who's gonna come and face paint. Yeah, so we're gonna serve 200 kids today. And a dog. He said, "Did you see what the street looked like?" And I said, "No." He's like, "Come look." Wow. Wow, that's a lot of kids. Oh my goodness, hungry too. Wow.
This is what 200 kids look like.
So cute. Oh, little boys. Buenos días.
Hola chicos, hola. Hola. Hola.
Ok, siéntase ahí. Ajá.
Entre, chicas.
Sí, ajá, en esa línea, y ahora siguen acá.
Vamos, chicos. Tenemos los demás en la calle. Vamos.
Carlos welcomed the kids, led them in prayer, and played a few games. I guess this is what 200 kids look like. It's been a while.
¿Cómo amanecieron? ¿Cuántos están felices? No, hoy estamos celebrando el Día del Niño. Desen un aplauso a ustedes. Así que primero lo primero, chicos, vamos a darle gracias a Dios por este día. Así que quien me está oyendo, levanta sus manos. Quien me está oyendo, hace así. 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 Quien me está oyendo, hace. Quien me está oyendo, pone sus manos así. Cierra sus ojos y dice conmigo: Señor Jesús, le damos gracias por este día, Señor. Gracias por bendecir nuestra vida. Gracias por recordarnos que valemos mucho. Nunca nos abandonas. Bendice a nuestros amigos, que no les falte nada. Así que bendice hasta que sobre y abunde. Y en especial, bendice a papá, bendice a mamá, y que nuestras casas siempre estén llenas de tu amor, de tu provisión y de tu poder. Gracias, Jesús. Amén. Levantamos las manos. Bajamos las manos. Levantamos las manos. Bajamos las manos. Movemos las manos. Nos damos la vuelta. Damos otra vuelta. Damos otra vuelta. Damos otra vuelta. Más rápido. Vamos a arrancar el bus. ¿Están listos? 1, 2, y... ¡Áchale! Otra vez. 1, 2, y... Pero no arranca, se apaga. Tiene que quedarse prendido. 1, 2, y... No, hay que llevarlo al mecánico, muchachos. Otra vez. Y vamos a arrancar de una vez. ¿Están listos? 1, 2, y...
From there, the kids were split off into 2 groups. One group squeezed into a room with Will and I, where we played some games with them.
Yo soy de los Estados Unidos, ¿saben ese país? Sí. Okay. Yo trabajo con niños allá, y hay un juego que nosotros jugamos que se llama Simón Dice. ¿Sabes ese juego? Sí. ¡Ay, qué chulada! Ok, ¿quieren jugarlo? Sí. Ahora, Simón dice, párense. Pero cuidado, porque hay muchos de ustedes y estamos en un cuarto pequeño, ¿ok? Ok, Simón dice, toca la nariz. ¿Cuál es tu nombre? ¿Cómo? Carla, vamos. Ok, Carla lo va a hacer porque yo no creo que yo lo voy a poder hacer rápido y eso el juego es más rápido. Ok.
Simón dice que se toque la cabeza. Simón dice que se toque la cabeza. Simón dice que se toque los oídos. Simón dice que se siente. Simón dice que se pare.
¿Listo? Ok. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. ¡Ya! Esquina número 1.
The other group of kids stayed outside to take turns hitting the piñatas that were donated. These kids were so happy to get sweet treats, they were constantly showing me what they collected from their piñatas.
Nos quedan al fondo, pónganse ahí, no mucho, estamos todos.
After some fun playing games, taking turns with the piñatas, collecting lots of candy, and getting face painted, it was time for a delicious meal. While we were having fun with the kids outside, more volunteers were in the kitchen prepping the plates of food.
Trabajamos en nuestra sede central aquí en Alotenango, Sacatepequéz, y contamos con otras sedes en diferentes partes de Guatemala, trabajando una cobertura con más de 1,200 niños y sus familias a través de programas de alimentos, estudio, becas, capacitaciones y salud.
¿Cómo es la comida? ¿Bien? ¿Rico? ¿Cómo es la comida? ¡Rica! ¿Qué te gusta más? ¿El pollo o las papas? Las papas y el pastel. De nada. ¿Cómo está la comida?
¡Rica!
¡Rica! ¿Qué te gusta más, las papas o el pollo?
Las papas y el pollo. Y el pastel.
¿Pero cuál te gusta más? El pollo. ¿Y usted? ¿Cuál te gusta más?
Papa, pastel, pollo.
¡Qué rico! ¿Te gustó la comida?
Sí.
¿Te gustó la comida?
Sí.
¡Qué rico! ¿Te
Of course, you can't have an event without taking a group photo. Everyone gathered outside, and after taking some photos, the kids made 2 lines to receive their wrapped gifts that were donated. They're so cute. They are so cute. ¿Te gustan los regalos? ¿Están felices? ¿Sí? Una foto de ustedes dos juntas. As the event came to an end and the kids returned to their parents, they were given one last treat: ice cream.
How was your day serving today?
It was a great day. Yeah, all the kids just left. Yeah, it was a lot of kids. I'm just impressed by how they've managed to do all of this in all of this space. I mean, they've got like smaller little increments of spaces. So we were split up into different areas. Kids were taking rotations of playing piñata and getting the candy and waiting for food. And what I'm most impressed about is how well behaved these kids are. I worked at a church back in the States, and the kids, I mean, if you gave them 10 seconds, they were running around the room like crazy. These kids just were so well behaved. I'm so impressed and also so grateful. They were saying thank you and very kind, and the team that Carlos had was awesome. It just feels really, really good just to be around kids again, and most importantly, just to serve them and point them to God.
Tú puedes ser parte de todo esto ingresando a nuestra página www.proyectopandevida.org, donde podrás conocer más acerca de nosotros, de qué forma trabajamos, y también si tú quieres ser parte de esto a través de tus donaciones. Si estás fuera de Guatemala, puedes hacerlo a través de PayPal o bien a través de remesas o la forma en que tú desees ayudarnos. También las puertas están abiertas para todos aquellos que quieran conocernos y quieran venir aquí a servir con nosotros de voluntarios. Así que invitados a ser parte de nuestra familia, Proyecto Pan de Vida. Que Dios te bendiga. Gracias.
Overall, it was an honor to partner with Pan De Vida to help bring some sunshine to the kids of Alotenango. Kids who might not have the luxuries of getting a toy to call their own. Kids who might not know what the sweetness of ice cream tastes like. This was the day that kids could simply be kids. Children's Day is a day to bring awareness to children, to their welfare, to their education, and so much more. Pan De Vida strives to do this more than just one time of year. It's amazing what God is doing through this ministry. We pray many blessings on this organization, that they may continue to impact families throughout Guatemala. Thanks for watching this video. This is WITY Travels. What could possibly be next?